the people. I go to also say for the people. So they are not account.
Yes, sir.
And now gonna for no we could do bed mase. We could do bipua. We could do a ya gonna we are mwase afamaso. Yet the wood tabre. And then a be passe buenim and you could see a ya crofonso. What they benina tanud mase kona afamaso nina jamase. One family one show over near grow. Aye, omusua di o. Yes, we share law. Now we share history. Now we share constitutional rules. If we are saying it, no, they decide them my pa. Eye amemu governance. It is a man for the tears here. Na man for the tears here we are. Afena do omo de be no omo de aye. If it's a man for the tears here, TikTok no hwani omo de. Kwase ani aboa no hwani omo de. Yes, we will force them to learn. We will force you people to learn. We may be Kotrieska, and I'm this year, but I'm a free
of charge.
Because I'm from days, Mr. Yabua, one name history teacher. Now watch the Bantus and the Bebes, the Kush and the Kushites, migrating from her to her. And that's what General, you better be a man for it. Now the young Kansi Sudia. So whoever treats us as a friend will be treated as a friend.
Exactly.
Whoever treats us as an enemy will be treated as an enemy.
Exactly.
There will be no middle ground for anyone.
Never.
When it comes to us and the journey we are pursuing, there will be no middle ground for anybody. If you are our friend,
so
you will be our friend.
I want to go independent.
If you are our enemy, you shall be our enemy. And if you do your platform for anybody to use it as a battleground to attack us, I can assure you, you shall be met with very swift and decisive response, without fear, without favor. So anybody in this country who gives their platform to anyone to attack us, you will be met with a very swift response.
Let them know.
Father, one, you can be rest assured. I am not a weak leader.
Never.
I have never been.
Never.
I cannot be scared. I cannot be cowered into silence.
Exactly so.
You can cower other people into silence, but when it comes to me, no, I'm not. I still remain
General Kabaka.
the General Kabaka of the media. Yemwa and Yemwa. And sometimes when it becomes like words across the medium, I feel some faswoni so.
Exactly.
Because men talk me pay from collaborate me pay physical na when ni na market cow na me say bra wani na hey I was ya ya ko bi na friend ke na machu. It's my cause as me actually na me na me free kumase e be se no ko bomfa 31st December bi am kokonto kwa ai o ba bisa ma me agusu abno be ga kire 31st December bi a obi a woni mu bomfa bi a ke na machu wo come one day permanent ko ya 4 years ai sanete na no sa ni egu fom abosa me say wura wani na tim wani amoni fire you know, I am going to Juba. And the Abasa, almost a Professor Jampu, violent kisser. At the end, war, a friend saying, Ghana Shepherds Authority. Why, dear, a former boss. She was staff, whatever, when you call Ghana Shepherds Authority. Violent kisser, and the end, war, honor. And the Abedium Kumobi, Yebebusa or Jampolize Ghana Shepherds Authority or the Drew. Hey, at the end, why is Anna? Yebebusa questions. Professor Jampo. Yebebusa. Aye. General, Yewianswa, a teacher trainee for near dinner. Yes, they say, one more came. And they say, a more saying. Now, buying was a woman saying, was a licensation will become no buying war candy. Hey, General, controversy, contrompo, and one or more year. Now, a minua a basintally, minua kuma basintally. Your leadership. There is a clear difference between leadership of service and propaganda of service.
Precisely so.
And it looks like Basintale still thinks that you will campaign mood in him. It's the as a campaign warrior. Hey, Basintale. Basintale we me ana me nua no wo.
5K boys.
5K boys. Me no history. And they wo to ofre yi ngwasiafo anu atri omuka. Se mo nkonko didi katechi atem. Ni nyina ha mehu. Na so basintale me na me hwe wo me hu yeso obi hwe wo obi tru ko hwe nkwa ye ntru no hwe wu. Me na me tru basintale nkran ha ko hwe nkwa. Sata oba no obi ama ne platform. Happy FM me na man no. Okay. Sata me no onye obi a. Ana oba na ne gens. Ye wi anu asado o makotena semis. Na ma jeje ni nyina yawe. Ai. Broja Jamfi me nua no. Broja. Me kan se me ni Broja Jamfi. Ye wi show ni ekotena ase. Ave ye didi wi ye na me tua ka Broja se hey. Na wo journalist na otua ma politician. Oso ohuru bi da. Mo se Broja Jamfi obeka kiro.
When you pay as you go.
Da when you pay as you go. Jera. Basintale amemwo no emso wo hunu so. Ai na afen so no yate se nkrofo ye sante hene no waye sei na sante hene no waye sei anu hene bi ba no di plane ba ye na sante hene no ni plane ye rade. Eti ne yebesa mamamfo na suade. Monarchical system and a constitutional rule. The difference between that. So constitutional rule no kura ne de be ya. Monarchical constitutional rule no kura ne de dey and your constitutional monarchy and no kura ye de benya and your absolute monarchy and no so ye besa sua ne ni a kire ne nyina mo hunu se sante hene ti wai na ne mind no sante na da ne mind da na asumdwe nti anu ye no se ma me fa meka ho na de mo ye nyina ye nka ho ene wodi maya wodi di asante fo atem yesi on se ne wokọ ye obi anya ne hwe Asantes are the most peaceful people in Ghana. Oka yesi ye manka. Se wodi maya nsemu no okeka fa asante fo ho. Wodi maya nsemu no okeka fa asante fo ho. Se ye baabi no okọ sa party bia anka do mo de be ye no. Enso okọ ye obi anya ne hwe. Ye je ne fefe so. That is the hospitality of Asantes. Enso da sanso mo me ho ntoye. Da bia ye di atem. Afa wo ko yiwa no yeso wo na wo be yiwa no ye tribalistic. Mo asem no. Buti bi da be. Fire. Say ye didi watem. Nemo mko anu tum. Ni ye didi watem na aba na wo be yiwa no a. Wo ye tribalistic. Exactly. Na nim die drum yesa. O ma weaponize no. Just to give you a year or more the leeway to operate. It o mo ye obone pa. Ba ka set ya pe. You are tribalistic nice ama wa boto. No ma to so. Ye mo bi de nya no kure. Wontimi nyusu anu as weapon. It ni e be kire. Say you do buy no. Kem Swati of Swaziland, formerly Swaziland, Swati. Na no kura ni kuro no kura na nipa do say. Na wadi enti no no ano no shek wo constitution bi ase. And absolute monarchy. Now absolute monarchy na say we need 3 arms of government. Na so the man for ni sika beto player. And no na fa sante hene obai. Na sa baba ya na sante hene won tina dwamu ana ken no ba ya obachi ano. Eti dia ba asem biwa. Ewa abran krofo bi nso e papa no ya ahemfo. Enso mo ti da motom. Omo papa no ya ahemfo. Enso na nam flowers e. Esre Samira ba womiaka. Ene e baba mamamfo ne hu. Se ahemfo bi sere ka. Ahemfo bi sere dan. Na so awuya me aso nkwa didie. Wasieto. Wo jane papa si wo. Ne papa wo. A wo ti da motom. Edi ade wo akomfodam. Asore no wadi disante inatem. Wenko shaka wenko jimi disante ya no yeso wadi chia me atem. Is wo no sante hene. At the time say. Wo ya na ye nuano mu bi fe. Ni ye so no so. Ya nka ni wachinti. Wo se kwan ne tene. Ya nka ni wachi o. Wan kan ni wachi. Ya bia musi sante so. Na mu di sante atem. Santenso shode so ya na de pe tribalistic. Enso anwona fo ba ye je omo tena anwona ga. Menu no free sabi no fo ba ye je omo tena alaba. Mo si zongu. Obia no obia nkontokwa. Every tete. O swami ya no omo na nyini. Ya de anuano na nyini. Ti asante ne tribalistic ne de ye. Mon ka no krema ni. Je na wo raise me ne baba ba kire mu. Raise ni mienu. Edia ne de ya. Okra jata. Wano no.
The video bi ade ko.
Abo jansi de. Meow
jata. Okra George.
Dani ani for okra jata de ne ba. Woni. Na ha de mum de no so okra. Say jata.
Wapaya boy.
Wapaya boy yentri de. Dani yentri no.
that's a misconception that's been put out. And I listened to that full BBC interview. President Mahama has been clear that he will sign that bill, and he has no option than to sign that bill. President Mahama will know no peace from Sam George until he signs that bill. And he himself has said that to the clergy, that as a Christian, as a member of the Assemblies of God Church, he will sign that bill. That's a misconception that's been put out. And I listened to that full BBC interview. President Mahama has been clear that he will sign that bill, and he has no option than to sign that bill. President Mahama will know no peace from Sam George until he signs that bill. And he himself has said that to the clergy, that as a Christian, as a member of the Assemblies of God Church, he will sign that bill. He can refer it within 30 days. He can refer it to the Council of State, who have 30 days to give him advice. That's what President Mahama was saying in that BBC interview. He was not saying that he now has to read the bill. President Mahama has read the bill. It's because he's read the bill that he told the clergy that when he becomes president.
On says will be chatra. Both in Nino or Katakata Baku. Now, one said, I like baby Danny Moody Abesino. Will be chatra, say, I name you. Man for more, Sam George. The other million who chatro. Sam George. Sammy. They say, Oba and a bill na day. And Trumu bill na day. They said, hey, I fear no independence square anyway. Na you confidru. Sofu confidru. Yeah, me kanya me as watching obey adwuma. Watching obey preaching there. Sofu ye hwe o. Ye ge no. E se ba bia do no. Abushafo. Julius Debra wa memwoni. It watching again one can wasem. Oh, I bet you be can wasem. Sofu odro.
We kwa de ezoka.
Jai shimi. E di oso watching e bet ya na. We no. Sofu odro mo kan okure mo. Sam George.
Do you want to know what Border Patrol told me? Hi, I'm Jordan Fischetti, Immigration Policy Fellow at Americans for Prosperity. I've traveled to the southern border with over 200 grassroots activists and legislators and saw firsthand the consequences of a failed immigration system. Thankfully, Border Patrol agents told me what they need: more personnel, better infrastructure, and updated technology. The One Big Beautiful Bill delivers on all three. This bill invests billions to erect barriers, roads, and updated technology. It also hires thousands.
President Mahama doesn't have the balls to sign that bill. I'm saying it on authority. He does not have the balls. Because international communities, gay communities, maybe they sponsor the campaign. Only balls. Messi maybe they sponsor the campaign. Wapa wamra ni yanko so babu drum ni yamfa so Messi wo be sponsor the campaign. What you mean ya wadi antics say ya. Obani nam when go see we. No kra me yanka nkyere manfo. And the manfo no adwene di agro. Aye, woni boss. Debi. Akamuye ko ba ye na nka quick wa ya ne ade momfa bill ne mra. Na yin me sai. Okoya o say o bill na expire. Yes, I reintroduce you. Oboa wo pebre buying time.
Precisely.
Kontompo. I was only we young. Kontompo abai. Ewiemo tumfo. Amama mu no. General for second one reason.
Madam fi what nenka.
Madam Bear.
We yonku your home tree.
Into me.
Dear here.
40 feet container. Is your
Kasongo. Kasongo, yeah. Kasongo say
okay,
no matter how. Who flew by the piano, who flew by a baby's we captain. May any idea some mention say, Captain. I will me wo na manfo ni tiw na me kire say ya ni anuan mo ntafo ni ade no ye tena ye fitete say ya na ati anya sa ye no akontokwa
debut
enso fitete ni asantefo ni ye tribalistic ni ade we captain me anka se me nua wo menhia da bia mkokuma se ono ana ne menam ni ade captain ma me nua show na me mfro wate it is ani ye no why ye beba ho ni abikire na kasongo se de yentie kasongo yentie no
ye entumi hwe won se de tie bia no de be kwawie na me de kwawie nso enye se me de kwawie no makwa akotena ho me de kwawie ya me ko be foforo yo mbehwe me makọ My judgment. And I'm telling as far as I'm here, media personnel. As far as I'm here, training, I say player. The ball team. No many here. Na coaching be your yummy opponent. Akobo ball. Magiska. It will come and go to TV as YZ. So what's in want to meet TV Pejasica Publio. Abasa will come and grab a senior car. Then yet, Makwa Medjuma. Because we are media, Mobile, won't treat me as politician, but treat me as a media personality. I am. Maybe I want to treat me as a politician. You know definitely say me a politician. I am not one of you.
Okay, so Danny, you so are you? Why the welcome? Said you were my using okay, so general, anyway, I hear you mapping our XYZ. So clearly, we'll be sana only certificate bagokra. Yedene kwa waria wo eye nsema ho baby na one day menya no wadaje. Then edru baby na na kodwa. No wode ne kone e won se mebre. Ne papa ye chia me wo eye ohine bia hemfie wo eye Western North. Na yebedi san komo no. Ne unfi won kasongo na oye no woboa wo eye emotional blackmail. Say or blackmail eye NDC for. First of all, who need degree? Who need any qualification? You can't see a bema position be near the bema. It won't have obey number more office say and he's become rusty. So wanya kwasia abua no intellectual firepower. And even if Julius Debra wants to help you, how is he going to help you? What is there for him to help you? Your frozen for CV bra never judgma. Whilst you are supposed to upgrade yourself, you will not upgrade yourself. Any part you win election. No abanu or consi and friend and such a character. When you place yourself at that anchor, when you anchor yourself at that level, who will give you appointment? Say it here. And it's all conquer officer. They don't give you money. And that is why you are angry. Say when to me first kapudu befawa. Who wastes time be first kapudu befawa? Why are they wasting the time? Be ya kwasiani abuya. Happy. Enti kasongo. Me de menuano. Don't waste your time. At this point, there is nothing the NDC can use you for. Bibi anyhow. When is Steve Wonder say? Anyhow. Cause position be anywhere kasi de mu shemwa. Ebeye. Suku ya ma nkobi. Upgrade here say mu upgrade mu upgrade. Da bia kwasia aboa no wa hihye we mfuru ban no wa hihye na o de besi wona your concert. So why do you think people will take you serious? Because you dress how you want to be addressed.
Exactly. So.
And you have to give yourself value. You yourself, you've not given yourself value.
Never.
You've not anchored yourself to a level that people will respect you, even when you walk to their office.
Exactly. So.
What did you 500,000 Ghana? They will not give you any position. They will not value you. Because what you want to know, you cannot be valued.
Advise him.
So you're my brother.
Call.
Yes, you insult me more often, but I don't care.
Never.
I'm only saying that look at yourself in the mirror once again.
Precisely.
And show whom you're in the mirror.
Call.
What are you doing wrong? Why are they not taking you serious? What can you do to upgrade yourself? Even the way you present some of these things.
Call.
My brother.
Call.
I mean, it's wrong. Very wrong. You must have your own path. You don't have a path. Come on, don't do this. It is a walk. This is for Send your own quo. And also walk money. Kojo mama ba yemba kojo ono so kam ne hwan ya reho o se ndisi fo ada yi omo hwe no dani boketu bi bobe yenhwe we ne friend yemba kojo no o se da yi dani bo akra ne hwe yi
ne o no se ore mi nchose mbese me ka se mbia ba sa papa so mapa but my promise me honne say all NDC appointees, I will never ever in my life say me could be office bill. NDC appointees I occupy my mama appointment. Me, I will never ever come to be office beam because Mumubi, we are ungrateful. We are nyachum. Na mon kaise e bedru baby no me ko bia me gina he ya mu gumi atanentane ye no abia kakaba be hia me kwase we muwa me kodu ma be hia me kwase we muwa na me e na ekosia da e be ya se ansi me kra da one day me nkwen this ni bia office tie me wutumi hu nyansa a trust screenshot at the ma obi. Who knows a trust screenshot of the community pass way because of the Nipan Biba Mose, Koneko Kodintino, to me, they may post to be a trust screenshot at the mamma in fact. Oh, Lavesta, oh, the crap, and the Kumayani, Lavesta, that's your brother. Oh, Mempese, they can't send me breathe. You know, Metia the moment near you, my Metia make car say, Metia Messica Samonia. Mamma, trust screenshot and say, coming to say, my Jimmy and Mundian Samoyan Passia, Fonti, Munyan Sanka, when a campaign up to now,
I think this sentiment, I don't know what the NDC is doing wrong. Ora kojo do asare be kan be nano. Haji emi so be kan bi. Ana eneno kojo ayi jemba kojo. Enso ede kasongo nso de and kasongo is also complaining.
Precisely.
What is going on?
Steve Wonder
so came. Otro shit. Say ade ne nkoyi. Steve Wonder. But when Kobe and Kofasha say disappointed.
6 months.
6 months. And people are getting disappointed.
Precisely.
Wow. So you're outside gentility, home cry. Agoja, Manfono, Wamo Kem, and Nano Kojo Duasare. Steve Wonder, Kasongo, Wabaya, Nani, a boy, and a brandy. JM Banangasa. Also, my Jimmy. Where they are not doing. Minim a party, no. Minim what you guys can do to remedy the situation.
Precisely.
Because your people are complaining, no.
Exactly.
And now we call Newtown. The Newtown boys, how much are your numbers? My friend, you. You know, I am trusting you. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Here for the Record Show. We did Okatakyie Afrifa Mensa. Once again, you are back to the classroom. Let's educate the people. Let the people have an understanding of what constitutional democracy is, what constitutional monarchy is, what absolute monarchy is. When my son, I'm a person this for no that is how come I'm changing a casano. In as much as a person, mom for it as a way, no, and this if one of you, let's educate the people. Let the people have an understanding of what constitutional democracy is, what constitutional monarchy is, what absolute monarchy is. When my son, I'm a person this if one that is how come I'm changing a casano. In as much as a person, mom for it as a way, no, and this if one of you, swine. All right, so general, and now you bet you one dear. But it's a branch be the dear, a chami atoms. Anna came a swati, or by ye, and a fire him, now came a swati, no top plane, the fire him, the cosi him, and a Santa Hina, one top plane, the fire him. It is Santa Hina, my Ketua, the fire him, Santa Hina, Ketua, the upper part in Kuni Hinako, and the idea yes. Okay, so I think people must understand what is going on. So first of all, oh 4 bit second Miss Watia, or no, baby, I would say a former Swaziland from Miss Watino, a honor a absolute monarchy. You can say absolute monarchy. Say a constitutional democracy in the woman. Ofo be say Ghana has say the constitutional democracy. Constitutional democracy ni what 3 arms of government. Where we have the legislature, the executive and the judiciary. And a Jomama government judiciary ne became executive no. It here the 2 arms and yet tribune. It is an no yet near see a constitutional democracy. Ye tax Emma Santehine. Ye the ba a government ye the central government the central government no I'm making sure say or better adiano akko back into the regions and the constituencies. So now could do maybe to say UK or more constitutional monarchy. So even when it comes to monarchical system, there are 2 forms of monarchy where we have constitutional monarchy and we have absolute monarchy. So could do maybe to say UK or more monarchical system are the head of state, you know, Kenchas. But beyond Kenchas, there are also other forms of say parliament, UK parliament. Woman UK say woman written constitution. General said the written constitution. You can need written constitution. But a more constitutional monarchy. It's me holding the power of the king. Emma on to me maybe. It's a holding absolute monarchy. Unlike Saudi Arabia, who could do Saudi Arabia? Why absolute monarchy, just like Kemiswati. Who drew a Morocco. King Morocco idea Mohammed the state to say. On also the a constitutional monarchy. Because only absolute power. There is some parliamentary rule. So when you live in a country where there is king, yes, a king, I can. Me found this title, and we are king, 1 year king, fine. The kind general. The entire even abrofone by or man Fred the supreme person at the apex of our traditional leadership. Say or your king and they say that Obianwa one King Charles and now Queen Elizabeth Ayepe. It is Omaba Betrosa what Africa. Omaba Betrosa what India. Now would you know what? Instead, say that the apex of a year the rulership of a king. Almost see from king. Name me from more any chief. Near friend wo paramount. It's in your friend a paramount chief. So among the chiefs, you are the paramount person amongst them. Meanwhile, say offer a year the rulership of a year UK. I go Uti. Offer a year you say Edinburgh. Offer say Prince of Wales. Okay, so we have Wales, we have Edinburgh, we have House of Windsor. Nina ke say ya man hene. If it's a wunya baha, your mampo akonya. It's a mampo akonya ne di ko UK. Anke ye House of ebia Edinburgh. Say dwabi akonya ye di ko UK. Anke bia ye House of Windsor. What it say omo keka ni nyina bomu a. Say ye Wales ebia tepa akonya and your friend in Wales, Prince of Wales. Ne mom say she Prince of Wales ne Prince of Edinburgh, Prince of Scotch ne wan nyina awia. The order of Munyina no. Or also your paramount chief. So which is House of Windsor. At this point, we will not call him a prince. We will call him king. Or be a leadership. Send the Washington D or the man no. Now yes, say. Oba bedru santimemwa. Yewa amai 66. Even UK does not have a paramount 66. Santehine kura amai hine kwa 66. Ana sa amai hine Santehine da wo munyina esro. So the leadership of a year Santamai. Santehine is at the apex. Then amai hine ba. Then I abempon forward and in that order it goes down to a Dikrofo and the rest. So if somebody sits down and says because you work in Charles, you work in Elizabeth, you person won in the Bay Penti, you su edina ye use man on it, young farm freo. Na mutimukrum, Mosia Nuntimum first head in him fresh Santehina. If I hear you obey. Ya worm dia worm. If I hear you obey. So who could do what? Or more Julius Caesar. Was she Roman Empire anyway? Was she say yes, she Roman Empire anyway? Now where you Prince of God, where you governor of this, governor of that. Do that governors in India no. Ebia your friend or emperor. Precisely. And Yankophobia in Exactly. What has that got to do with us, Antamai?
All the people.
What has that got to do? Are you so fixated with the word or your kin, on your kin, on your kin, on your kin, where your kin? Okay, so let's even come to a year the who a kin is. So now we say it's a kin Mswati, the second was the first was a wine. Or your kin of formerly Swaziland, which is Mswati, Mswati, the third. king of a year Eswatini. Eswatini no first in your friend Swaziland. Nidiano no Nidipano no. Eswatini na where you were and the Meswatini ja what the Eswatini atungo for Afe Eswatini no. Baby I would dig no. Only parliament said your parliament. Only judiciary said your judiciary. Even judiciary no on the control. Tie they make yi. It is what Jimam Fonisika. That's what the better player. And no fast and you know because there is nobody and in any case maybe you dig no. What one population? One population 1.1 million people. Less a little over 1.1. Nearly 1.2 million. Exactly. Ewa abra santifo wa Ghana ha. Si aka santifo wa Ghana ha. Sante hini ni di wo mani mu a. Are you kidding me? No man modudo say. Ana santifo dodo say wo. It is will be at the 1.1 million people so. Ejuma wo mo ye ho pa ya hwedi twa. I mean, most of the people in a year Swatini. What ye pa ya hwedi twa. Abebre no adwane ba South Africa because most often that normally South Africa for was similarities in doing things. And for graduates at some point South Africa should have just annexed them to be part of South Africa. Most of the people living in Eswatini, they work in South Africa. Precisely. That is number one. Again, it's one no year absolute monarch. That's when you scan is what you heard a man for 5 months for. Ever abra yenina niaja tum se. Yet year yesimui. 1935. And a moko pass Sante Hine Chow. Says Sante Hine Fawa Hinieno. I watch a children did that. Fabra. Near Fanka Ghana home. Near Ria Bayo say, yeah, Queen Elizabeth. Now what Digan and Inyaso. Moya Yankasa, you Sana Mukotran tro, sir. The records are there. Precisely. Sana Santine Mukotran tro. The records. And the way was no problem. The Baba Kangana. Say Yana Santina farm a Kangana. I don't know so better than Maya. What does it take for a country to be established? Population. Large geographical. Menoka say Asante Ahinino. Asante Asa so say Miss Wati for Eswatini for Asante 4 doors to say Eswatini for Asante 4 go the chairs Swatini for. Eti nyasi nyina ni agye atum si ye tenase nemo ye agye de bebra jomama because we are under constitutional rule and yesi agye ne de ko santene wa anka santene betumi ato plane achen Eswatini die na fo obi so otwa da pa because Eswatini dia ba angye bia no Eswatini no we accountable to waya me busa we accountable to why
nobody.
Na no nti ye di twa Sante na dapa na in any case wa ba ye for visit no mo papa no mo ho mo di hene
I go to invite be
da bi ade no kura no dani fa video no a Sante hene ti na dwamu no na wo hene ne kwakwachia no obia no Sante hene sore chia no obia no na hene wo saasase we so Sante hene wo sore achia no nobody exactly Dani bon wo mo hwebi wo ye ne ade bo na Eswatini ne ba ye no na Kemeswati wo ba ye na ye ade ba yi no ba ye mo papa no mu ni hene am wo ko Sante hene wo no one ne ye head to head tete if say ensen wo mo gura tipen ahemfu no okuro nim no ensen gura tipen ebi no edide eti Sante hene chini ye no eye manchini ye edam soronko it is obia ne kura manchini ye biensa Sante hene kura nsia exactly if so ne obia ncha na hene na so won tiase Sante hene so medi Ghana so odi ya Sante fo so ya Sante fo so bomfui wo hene ya so ne ya som no awu Sante hene ya ne ya som no awu enye we na ya kwa bi on social media was nya odi ebia ai se kutu se bam Asante Akade we dia ye amfrew o papa to obedi ade from 1999 ebesi ne original hacks and we frɛ o kwatena brochire ya wudi manfo atemi o papa himfie kura yensi dani
si o twenako
na ya ni ade
Nana flowers
afa yesi ati ha wo hini bi aba wo the private jet e wo abra ni pen so Sante hini koto private jet sisi ya wo be say the dinner terms Sante hini no ya kesem to wadwen that say asawa ne shemu ana ni enyankrofo so bodam ni we so Na Santehine, no go to plane. Na Santehine, no go to ye. Na Santehine, okoton somebody na tem. If the plane ko ade sika ye de to plane no, Santehine will be a de to plane.
Precisely.
But todo.
Me say sika ko ye de to plane dia. Santehine wo de to plane.
Exactly.
Na mo kura butimi nya sika to plane. Mo. Na Santehine. Na so nya no na e priority. Sani manfo ni benya suku akọ. Enti no oba ye no woye Santehine educational fund.
Exactly.
Enti me ahwe several thousands of people.
Precisely.
And I know ayi menua ya oti angel a wodidi matemi. Ayi ba ko ye friends ayi sports Obama. Santehine education fund na bo anama ni ko school.
So
it is Santehine say wonu do nya sika. Wo de be educational fund. Obi so odidi na tem. If so an go to play. Na wadwene ni jimi na wo mu ana de be ya. Ko go na adwene swa. Santehine. Mo na mo ko kekere mo constitution. Ana mo say ye mfa sika nko Santehine ayimfi. Ye famre central government. Santehine say ne bomfui. God na wo boase no na konje ye ne dia. God na wa hafo potam wo no. New month on na konje ye ne dia. Nanso ye nyina ya dia tom say ne ye be ye Ghana no say de ye no dia. Anya nya hwe mo mfa boase God no mra ban wo. Momfa a new one to go to Nembra. Momfa in a hin box site in Nembra. Ni anchem will be a yabi. Yes, you did not. No, I was a madame mine. Me want a year fixed a territorial jurisdiction. O papa e man hinu na yen konkohwe abranche ya wodidi Santehine atemi no so ohine bi a wo free ba bi a ye do ahwede ahwede o wo mo major export S1 no wo mo major export wo mo nya sika e ya ahwede do na ahwede wo hine ni fra ahwede fo mo ba e je ne wo ma Santehine amoa wei enipa wo ye o
ontiasi
dani yen konkohwe abranche se ne papa nisiwe abranche papa nana flowers wo ya ye odo man hene na abranche Samira Bawumia ekọ campaign ne papa ne sere Samira Bawumia so wo sere na ne ka asai na wo kọ ayi dwabo kura wonya nipa mo ayi enti boga papa o boga papa sere Samira Bawumia ka ye baba mo hu enti abranche papa nisiwe de odi Santehine atem
nana flowers
na dani ya hwehwe ne papa na edan ya ayi ba bi omudi o mahimfie no em se wo ho ba bi ya hwehwe yentie so osere Samira Bawumia ka esere na se o meboa na mani si na himfie dani jina so jina so utie kasaniya o kan fante mo amonte mfante no edu ba bia me pause ma kire wo se nche dema nka men kan dema asem yi oye no asem nka men ntimi nka so wo se ka tie de oka woboa je no woboa wo hihya adwuma o besere Samira Bawumia so won toka anche no o sere so won sini fie mu ano ole foundation ole tactical foundation se o se mun ka na mun ntimi nka wo se ka kana uma dani boni entie makwaka ansha obaye yaom obua o lefa enso abranche we ni papa ni abranche no odidi Santehine atem ni sini
boga papa
nana sentence I go question say na friend nana sentence there's an nana sentence ba besreka am wo ye ni ade no wo didi Santehine atem ni papa ni wo besreka wo besrefie ayado man hinu no nchanse a wotiase edi ahini eni enchanse a wotiase edi ahini eni dani kosobo wadama minibus. Minibus, a Akatakyie Afrifa. Watching me before meeting me at minibus and the
Fire.
Oh, no.
You know, minibus watching a Obisha before metia met me at minibus and the I don't mind any minibus or didn't go for them was a minibus. And so Quasiet meet now the D, a yet yamiatem. Quasiase, a chick of it, way bow.
The impudence.
And I'm Papa Henne, number by a henne, Namia mine henne, Namia press, Namis Papa di henne. Wow. Or Paddy in one chance in us. If we had to meet this anti inatum. Well,
Nana
roofing. Or Papa him fieni, me come as a park was means a come as a mustia. Or Papa him fear, Diabu was said as a mirror about me and any. When the timid this anti inatum, or Papa him fieni, Danny. Ayo do me free ayo do me your prince in him fearing Quasiate me this anti inatum.
Palace.
Or more palace in you. Quasiate me this anti inatum. Me come papa pakwasi e come some stia or papa ahim fieni ya yesuni
Adi was minibus
or sere minibus dani safa bra no montie so or sere minibus or sere samira ba wom yame boano no ntimi nsi na himfi. And this is the character that insults something. The perfo can say to me this anti inatem
to him.
The Madame Oribe on an
So you need to be serious now, Pep.
OKX has landed.
OKX is a new alternative.
A place that takes you into the future without limitations.
Let's build it together.
Raising Cane's is the only fuel I need. Their chicken.
You know, Ghana, your friend say
records.
Ghana Records,
Exactly.
GhanaRecords.com. Now, what money are there? Was it Nana Kofi say, look at the backgrounds. Minibus chief, Alan Benz, a sketching prince. Minibus community. Come on, minibus. Free idea from 1999. On a Santi in an ABC show. Minibus continental. As was a Santi intimate play. Minibus crowd sentimental. And so did this Santi in atoms on top private jet. On the Hoshi and Canasibni. Or Baka we used to know. Or Paka we used to know. Tetinizam Patru. Or Nesekani. Naka we want some more. Yaka was some leader. Or Paka we used to know. Was saying if you I Indian Nissifie, and I'm Ponchibuay Homan, Nissifie. The catcher, you wanted this and Jane Adams on top private jet. Car crown about Patimini, Nesseka with him.
I do at your basement.
A Siasa to me this and Jane Atom. The dear Santa Fuatem.
Oh, fire.
Nay, you are movie. Now, what did this Santiatum? I am with them. It will be sorry no didi enu anu aka atem say abe mo de. Eje no yanko anim. Professor Jampo. Danifa Professor Jampo anim to so. Jampo you bisa a question.
Yeah.
Dani say mo be kai Professor Jampo. Professor Jampo no kwano fa say UTAG. UTAG mpanimfo ni bia beboa. Union of University Teachers Association of Ghana. Ana wono no oda wo ma no. Ana na no den kap. Wo ya yi ni ade. All of a sudden, Professor Jampo you appointed as Ghana Shepherds Authority. Now, Mr. President, respectfully say, may draw our attention. Former boss, chief of staff, may draw our attention. Mofuma ni nko Professor Jampo Shepherds Authority. Yes, wo ye nneoma bi ni ade. Sources from there bisa questions in here. One more can you maybe chirena. Momo mani nko ho. Say Professor Jampo. Mo be kaya BBC for ko year yibi. Undercover yibi a documentary bi yebebo documentary no. And I know ka say. John Dramani Mahama a year directive by. Say a man appointees no into kwan unnecessarily. Now obetu kwanya also must seek approval from the Chief of Staff office.
Exactly. So,
now beyond the seeking of the approval from Chief of Staff office, appointees are supposed to be modest. Than if you share your mama video no. Now you're more appointees are supposed to be modest.
Precisely.
And by so doing, they are not supposed to pick first class.
Exactly.
But the loophole there is that most of the flights, almost any first class. So if we are talking about a opulence display of the people's wealth, then it is about say department for business class.
Precisely.
So by inference, if Jomama is saying that people in our appointees Nikwas or first class, it means the apex of it.
Exactly.
Which is business class.
Exactly.
They are not supposed to do that.
Precisely.
Now, Jomama almost are directive.
I must, however, remind you of the same caution I sounded to your colleagues who have already taken office, that the hallmark of this government will be modesty and respect for the Ghanaian people. There will be no room for arrogance and pomposity in this government. The resources that you'll be working with belong to the Ghanaian people who put us in office. Those resources are not to be wasted on opulence and extravagance. I've asked the Chief of Staff to write to all government appointees that I've imposed a ban on non-essential travel forthwith to cut down expenditure. Any travel that is deemed essential and necessary must be cleared first with the Office of the Chief of Staff. And such travels will have to be undertaken in modesty, no first class.
Okay, so General, where a President John Dramani Mahama, a directive or the money appointees. So first, unnecessary travels. Now, sources from the corridors of Ghana Shepherds Authority is telling us something. They said Professor Jampo is doing directly opposite of what the president said. Is it true, sir, Professor Jampo Bayi? Within the last few months, I appointed we're making about 5 travels to the United States, all in the name of Suwako conferences. And is it true, Sir Professor Jampo, or JPD Wabra conference and a Kura Maso? We had the any extra hooding, the informant, some analysis. Now, beyond the fact that Professor Jampo ought to Kwame Basabasa or serve for business class at the expense of the taxpayer, which a year next week we will make all the documents available. Now, the question we are asking, Professor Jampo, is it true that some of the travels you are making, they are non-essential travels, but it is being done because of per diem? Now, more among Kai Professor Jampo, Momian share a deal with documentary shortly. Now, we're a documentary, and we are making a reference to the documentary because as it stands now, Professor Jampo mfa BBC for court. Say BBC for Chanetro. Professor Jampo mfa BBC on Siwomo. Emma court to be unruly. And this documentary has been over 4 years. Still, Professor Jampo didn't take action. So we deem it as though a documentary and correct. Agent went to me and take any legal action. Now, yensha documentary we na yemra yensha documentary yemra.
Our reporter Abigail showed me footage of their encounter. As soon as Jampo arrived, He insisted on buying her shoes as she had reluctantly agreed to on the phone.
I want to buy something. I told you right into so let me buy it.
Okay, so Danny, pause it. Where Professor Jampo and a video on Mambe denying it's been well over 4 years. On deny say no one. On deny see editing. So by inference, he is in agreement with almost everything which is in this video, and we can make reference to that. So Professor Jampo Bayeno, according to this video, or say obeto a moku, a moku general. Mienuama a student purportedly obeto a mamok mienuama the student na enkomone koso amuntie ne or so I will kiss you violently. I have been kissed violently before. The violent kisser. Okay, so let's look at it. And there's a reason I made boss video just to remind you guys of BB and Ghana Shepherds Authority. What is going on? You better ask questions. Now, Mummy and Kosunji, yentie video no. Okay, so pause it, Danny, pause it. So a hand walk and general, a hand walk, have you been kissed violently before? Danny Kuachika Krabi na Sabra when him just say, well, your bala, no. Now wait, Jampo said, and you wait, send I am mala.
Jampo.
What did you mock when I am mala? Have you been kissed violently before? When you am line, where you jump, where you say I am line. It's jump where she had purportedly a student I watch here. Now all baba a student in a line. Also one of better more kumi no baku for school, baku for outing. We are now we now know baby you know catch him so jump cram in the call to an India Kukuamu assembly men can not just a jump on or problem with Emma. Okay, so we are going to have a conversation very soon. Precisely. Now Professor Jampo as well kiss or ban violently yenti and Trasso.
We were just talking about shoes and kids violently. I was like, what is going on?
After that comment, Abigail felt it was better to just go and buy the shoes. Once in the shoe shop, Jampo bought her heels.
Hey, what are you? Danny, what are you? Not just we're one now. Abigail did true Musa or Bayer in no room no koto mokuno. I told Kumekume, I told you Kumekume. Or the year lie. And the Ghana Shepherds Authority, Professor Jampo. Now you busasa bibi koso. And I knew Kosobo na vi yemi busa question.
Pardon? I had literally seen him 4 times, and all of a sudden, marriage.
Back in the restaurant, Abigail asked about internships, but Jampo had something else in mind.
Warm me out.
Watching the footage, this didn't feel like a real marriage proposal. The professor laid out how Abigail would benefit from the but he seemed more interested in other things.
I'm going to kiss you here. By the time I release you, you will see the shyness will run away. Also, we see Kese. Okay, Danny. So quick one. Yamra back. Now I gave you this background, so you will know that that there's a record of Professor Jampo doing something wrong somewhere.
Exactly.
Now, Professor Jampo, you have a question. Is it true, sir? Obaba a Ghana Shepherds Authority CEO? So far, what fam 30? Ewa jumemu ho. Oman go through the due process. The form juma. Is it true? Yebusa question, Professor Jampo. Yebusa says so far, within a space of about 2, 3, 4 months of becoming Ghana Shepherds Authority CEO, you've actually employed a Mawa Jumemuwa Oma undergo the due process to the extent that, General, even a voter regional communications officer of the NDC. Now, then if a voter regional communications officer of the NDC, financial so na yes, yama voter regional communications officer Kafui Agbeleze. Yamano a letter from the presidency. So Uncle Jampo ho. Now Omomano Ejuma as a communications officer of a Ghana Shepherds Authority. The director of communications at the Ghana Shepherds Authority. Yes, what quite Jampo so management. Or the amount baby into Omano. Is it true? Our lenses are very wide. We are still watching. Professor Jampo, we are watching what you are doing. 25, almost 30 women are for her without undergoing a interview, no due process, nothing. A branch away a year, Kafui Agbeleze. Yes, any appointment. I had a letter man from presidency. So, your communications officer of the NDC in the voter region. It in Kwanko just said, yes, so call ya Professor Jampo Swamano. On Famano. And this same Jampo from corridors of power, we are being told that despite being the CEO for Ghana Shepherds Authority, he is also fighting to be put on several different boards. What kind of IDD is that? So, Professor Jampo, share at the end. In any case, code of conduct of a year, President John Romani Mama, it looks like it's not working.
Never.
Code of conduct in Yejuma. Obia Yeduope. Samijam Fee Yeduope. Some George Echika and a number plate more Yeduope. And the Jampo, Yasuo Fama, or Jumamu Abra, one go, any due process be.
Just look at that.
I know more than a drum market for man. I also said, would dear Nimun, she had dear Chili. I mean, your dear Chili, she had dear Nimun. Say, we don't want to call a year board, dear. And your words will go back to me, the drum market for man and echo. And I'm a caller for man in Mamina Commonia. Almost the source so. Now, a year 20 million board was said to Okunya, a Juma or a Shepherd's Authority and carry. Where are you? Dominic Macola for Neca. And yes, sir, and yes, sir, Professor Jampo, we are asking a question. At this point, a man will form are they undergoing the due process that we used to employ? So. You don't think so? I don't think so. Because they are or track record or track record. Professor Jampo,
baby. Jampo.
The letter Krama will be said. Omra Homedia Juma. When you're bad, uncle fee. So, chief of staff. I want you and this what quite Wamano. Wamano, you man. What's what you are more baby? What the other? What they are check. Say, not name boss or appointed. One known called the beach, Chessa. Yamiani and Yadia. And we're from next week, we are going to supply you with the travel and your records in your DNA. How's ya? Yadina Beba. A quite 2 year. Or buy and what the impressed by. Per diem send what years. Now conference and a crack course. Or castle conference. Conference in a bar so. You better catch a Ghana for. And we are going to put them on their toes.
Precisely.
You know, the only platform a BN need to say eagle. Yet we are not going to do Mechiao and Bacho. We are competent enough to take care of ourselves.
Sure.
So, Professor Jampo, we are asking you questions. The way you be the eagle eye to so. We are watching what you are doing there. And medical catch them said, the more you be more anchor somebody a information. Sabre munya procurement. Munya procurement ambewia. If the move basically be the guana jo mama e kwa mudi bia ba be running mate campaign and the presidential one campaign. Mo wi anso ankofo be liki dia ba ha. We say GR for die bi ni ade aba be di ha. Enam kwa we so wo ye ni ade. Ayi masoma me boy ba ko enti wo temu a wo hwe ni ade. E ba be duru a ye beka.
Fire.
Why? Professor Jambo, ye de ani
we are watching.
We are watching.
Exactly.
But the general man can see you as before see be next topic you know. And I know ye ba betra ha. Em ye kan Bank of Ghana nipa no massacre well over 100. Ade che ya ken no me say ne wo ma nipa ya sake o nyina. And it's good.
Precisely.
Ye kan ya de no. Enye so man be feel ni hia ye. Na mom ye kan on betia the violating of the people's right. Ye ba be chire mu. Ade che ya no me de letter by so revocation of a year or the sacking no. That is the for the records effect. And that is what we are going to do. It will chief of staff a year mirror Julius Debra. When you President Mama move for any Ghana Shepherds Authority because ye woman who the across the country and you may cost Ghana Shepherds Authority and Maka Mamu Feniago Maka Mamu Feniago Professor Jampo Yen Yoma or did you draw violent kissing or the drew
I don't want peace.
I want violence.
Today.
Oh, you're romantic.
Oh, yeah, okay, so Ebenezer Wales Alotia. Okay, what happened to the ambulance case? Did you take your share? And Ebenezer, I mean, taking share, and I don't have any reason to take any share. There was too much noise in the air.
Exactly.
When said that I quite gave us your mama by the end of Kovaso. No, we say, Mubajo, your best I can maybe how. Why share me here? I don't do those things.
Never.
My catcher, Mrs. will be by my bribe and magia. Bribe and it must be worth it.
Precisely.
And I know that you make a community, so I don't need bribe. And I know some make I know my trusteno. So I want to show Begis cancer and we're defending. Mo bed chirimutu. Now 4 years, I feel near 6 months. Tiaka 3 years, 6 months. Anyansa. Anyansa. 3 years, 6 months. Emuwa. Procurement bebem. Mo internal fight beba.
Exactly.
Now we ba kubia liki ba kubia mame. Why am so open the position? Jampo lebu. General. A teacher for ne kem. Teacher trainee for no. Omo kem. Ba ya catch them. John, when you need powerful.
Debbie.
Now, me no kai.
Call.
Your 46 teacher training. Danny, for teacher training schools in the you Wesley, why idea. So you were a Commander College of Education, St. Vincent College of Education, Gambaga College of Education, SDA College of Education. I'm gonna send Mikrum ne wo. I'm gonna SDA. Mikrum ne wo. Mikruma Santiago na. And a war SDA, St. Ambrose, and Nusrat, and the Ola College of Education, all put together, I have 46. You know, now Mobakaya, John Mama Ebeko 2016, and would try teacher training allowances. If it's a first one, you see encouraging people to come for a year teacher training, and the idea to me also buy more allowance be the best show home sume. It is your mama can cancel ye. Now on one was in Nipa every fear the anthem, and it's true. The people nearly and easily forget. It you walk on or cancel ye. And I could father share boss or bar where ye in ya. Why you crown or could you trouble on your mama musu and your possible so bar or bury institute. And Penny and Power buy no more institute ye. Emma a Yemena maker. Then if I was Professor Jena no Poku. What did you say teacher training allowance and MPP started by? So MPP successfully restored teacher training allowance, but the implementation was poor.
Exactly.
So where Professor Jena no Poku Ajimai and Eka. Now 46 teacher training allowance. They are the more 400 Ghana cedi per person every month to be. Then it's General per person biano ye more 400 Ghana cedi. Now 400 Ghana cedi no. yetimu 200 at the ma a ye teacher a colleges one say monfa say 200 na enhwe manfo no within a month tienio so technically no ohwemu every day bia no enipa ba ko ye spend be 8 cedi on that person to feed them morning, afternoon and evening tienio morning, afternoon and evening. Now a drew COVID time no around no it was actually 2023 Anna a year Prinkoff or more be on friend Prinkoff which is a year principals of a year college of Deba and Deba Education Conference or Munne a year Minister of Education under the leadership of a year you was a year auditum or Mushia a year can say Sabre because of our muchirani and dear Baba sono instead of buying back to Sanium and Mtini General and they may know Casano or Mobette a year 200 Ghana na ye dema teacher trainees no so I'm fan to Mono on Betty 50 Ghana free so at the Abekandi the more college in a hono and they show Modiana. Exactly. Now it becomes 250 Ghana for ye they show and 150 for allowance on personal upkeep. Now General ya to abawie ya aban yi bae aban yi ba wo hye mo bo se obey increase a teacher training allowance wo hye mo bo so oba teacher training obey ni ye enti na professor James wo MPP fo anyi ni ye na implementation mo na eba be ni ye afa wo mo ba ya ai general teacher training allowance no am teacher for conference for no yi na e ka kire Minister of Education dani fa we to so Okatakyie Minister of Education said and yes abre mo increase 400 Ghana because eniama boa ye den yetimi nto it 250 no entimi nto.
What if I told you Congress could cut even more wasteful spending along with the tax cuts? Some senators want more spending cuts, but trying to put too much in the one big beautiful bill risks the whole thing. The bill already includes smart savings in federal tax, student loan, health, and energy policies, among others. And more savings are definitely possible in the bill, but Congress can cut spending outside of it too. President Trump just called on Congress to cancel more than $9 billion in wasteful, duplicative, and unnecessary spending on foreign aid and government.
We did, and we'll keep faith with the electorate. But I need professional advice on this matter. That is why I'm putting this.
Okay, committee. So hold on. Danny, hold on. Ebi awo mo ye campaign. Omo promise yes, Agusua. Omo promises omo ba omo betwam. Now what ba na twam a? Tie hwene body language o. I need professional advice before we can cancel. So at the time they made the promise, Edia nana inform me womo. Edia professional advice no mo have here at the time I know mo make this campaign promise no. Abanya wo no say. Oba obe chatty licensure exams and guy your friend say national service. Afe ora haruna dusu baya. Or no say. Okay, they promised it there. They will know hear professional advice. So respectfully say, at the time that you people were making that promise, what had gone into that promise, what decision, what professional advice had you received when you were in opposition? So it was a campaign slogan. Now, Obini will cast na onya. The body language. Don't listen to the words. When it comes to communication, words form just 25% of it. 75% of it is the body language and the mannerism of the person. So obeya now onyeno. You watch him carefully. So now see, I need a professional advice. What can the alternative be? Now, general, what will happen is that professionals in the buy, almost see a tremor a beha.
Yes, it's true. The NDC campaigned on a manifesto promise we will end licensure exams. We did. And we'll keep faith with the electorate. But I need professional advice on this matter. That is why I'm putting this committee together to advise most appropriately how to walk through the transition. The transition from a licensure exam regime to a no licensure exams. What would be the appropriate alternative? In our manifesto again, it was our pledge to incorporate it into the curricula of teacher training institutions, academic, that it becomes part of their curricula. Does that resolve the matter in a manner which defines you as professionals? I want the committee to advise me again on this matter. But with further advice, I want to say that one last opportunity of a receipt of the licensure exams for those who couldn't make it the last time must also be part of your recommendations. What do we do? Do we offer them an opportunity of a receipt?
Okay. You know, Kionet Abaino. And Sans Adalia Baino. For to be board Abaino. Or more can one tenor. No my another.
Exactly.
But you see, and yet news. Because former President John Dramani Mahama or throw book will be my first coup d'etat. Emu Okani pains one of the major problems ever since I won you. Indecisiveness. Precisely. And America. My first coup d'etat. President John Dramani Mahama can send me. And I quote him. Or say, dear a hanepa bako. A free name call abrim. Indecisiveness.
Exactly.
Or say all the decisions I've made in my life were regularly plagued with doubt. It can be challenging to sustain that feeling of hope or the belief that things will turn out for the best. Again and again, I have felt like that boy Dramani on the bicycle going downhill fast without any brakes and not knowing which way to turn.
Exactly.
So again and again, John Dramani Mahama takes decisions without knowing which way to turn.
Exactly.
And that
It feels soft. It mills great. And it performs. We've redesigned it for the modern era with studio carbon steel inserts. Chain link face milling technology precisely tunes sound, feel, and roll. Studio style.
But sources from the corridors of power. Yes, I'm a munyo nebu. Wait a minute, come deep throat sources. Yes, when you be drawn up, I don't know inspective ya. Utilo, pabam. Your mama, your neighbor. I'm telling you, your neighbor mine. I'm telling you. And yes, a Callistus in neighbor mine who bunny pa. Your mama, your neighbor mine. Oh, yes, we had a Flagstaff as well.
Boy.
That's true.
You honey.
And I'm gonna make it from the horses home. From the corridors of power.
Precisely.
Oh, we know. What
you know?
But I Hannah Bissu, what you're saying,
Commando.
Is a police vote me, maybe you.
Hannah Chan.
You're far a whole military. Hannah dear Hannah Chan.
Hannah Chan says Cynthia Chan.
Cynthia Chan.
What dress Jackie Chan.
What dress Jackie Chan. Anna Cynthia Chan.
Jackie Chan.
In Indiana, Jackie Chan, we are Cynthia Chan. Anna Hannah Chan.
What dress Jackie Chan. Okay, action.
I'll be you, me and girlfriend, no, Menka. Jera, let me see you. Yes, it's almost direct traffic. I'm telling you. Hannah Chan. Is it Hannah Chan? I tell you, no watch China. Esa mema ne nko no beko we second year santoa ya fire soldier fo afia police fo ya ti operation banga operation galam stop e say ni nyina anye yi ti yisa ja Hannah Chan wotisim Hannah Chan chan me girlfriend Hannah bisu me chiao hwa ho yi wada ama they say baby anenam ne ade no aban no wo muntimi fa soja fo nkwa e say one what yesim ko ye NDC asanto ko ye biu but what it clearly shows is that then the government itself does not have the willpower.
Precisely.
Because if government has a willpower, it doesn't have to take a year Hannah Chan to be doing what she is doing to fight Galamsey.
Exactly. So
obi se osuro so mbekun se du ku atamels na also ya mo kekan se mu no do se double dam water gas for no more
se man se boys
El Cappuccino o se double Collins Boateng say most of the NDC supporters followed this page don't understand English. It's true. Money Kwaku Combs on the Debiano Dimata. Akufo-Addo, who is decisive, took dollar from 3 point.
Wow.
General, Akufo dollar semaba. Na dollar no ebi wo ho de. General, Bank of Ghana no o rate. What the rate at 2 ayi. And so bank ni dollar. Ana abochi phone e kura bi. And no kwa abochi phone no so almost 12 cedi. And so Bank of Ghana say 10 cedi. It's Bank of Ghana no wo a year rate. Ne ma odru banks na wo money dollars. Ana abochi ne kura. Abochi so cost 12 cedi.
Abochi dollar.
Bank of Ghana. Dollar rate. E ka kire mu.
Wentie.
Kontompo aban.
Wa gwen ne nkete. Obian we should do more. But what in a wiase na adwene kwa akira. It more the rate na dollar na eteba na ye normal amamo.
Enye normal.
Ma hunu bi o wiase da. 2008 Goldman Sachs
You know how hectic weeknights can get, right? That's where Bachans comes in. It's the sauce that turns what's for dinner into, wow, this is amazing. It's versatile, easy, and makes everything taste amazing. Bachans, a tradition of bold, fresh umami flavor.
Another game? I'm done for the day, and so is my shoulder.
Reach for Arnicare when sore muscles take you out of the game. This scientifically formulated pain reliever has no strong medicine smell, no greasy residue, and can be applied directly to where it hurts. Arnicare.
No, they are $2
Exactly.
Owie na ya US for ne China for trade war so mu an kakra. Na captain so e bedu ayi 28 no. And then so 28. Dollar in so that time, abochi that 12.
Which is which?
Abochi that 12.
Abochi.
Abochi that 12. Now we say when you new season and crofo kokra nioma. Awusia bronya nioma yen cry. To omo be ko China no a. O mesesa dollar wo. Ti mi say ba for me say mi gwiri bigu o. Me made up. Me gwiri bigu o. Ai, cause me Jimmy, dollar business no a. Ayi, agrofo ye na. Ayi, $600 was am say me. Emmanuel Nana Kwesi Oforisia, we want to hear more about the ambulance case. Has it been settled and behind the scene? In the first place, me am go for buy. Me am go for buy. The number say settled behind the scenes. I can find go many part of me settled behind the scenes. If I'm going to be man pressure. I decide when I do what at what point and get what result.
Exactly. Told them.
You know,
I'm sorry. Is the whole. Is the whole.
We used to talk about Bronya. What about Bronya? Was that right? Why you know? Basintale, any man okay, so Danny, there is a video a branch be complaining. And nobody Basintale so ya be a porter, Monkonkoye, 5K men, 2K one Munyani adie. Danny, a branch be essay Basintale, a porter no course. Yentino. Danny, why already a Yentia branchino? Now for Basintale sa koye. Danny, fatu so, and I know Basintale so. They say in war far sports of war. What be a porter beer, Ghana formula on Bobo in Uncle Guso.
What done sports minister?
Or agent, sports agent.
Sports agent.
Basintale, you have to stop this. Now, Michael Okatakyie Basintale, YESU begins talks to secure slot in foreign teams for young Ghanaian footballers. And Michael Okatakyie is the creme de la creme, the locus classicus of a year football.
Exactly.
Michael Okatakyie the one said this one conf me small. Like I make a conf. Hey, Basintale, propaganda near stop this concept. Okay.
Exactly.
And again say Barcelona near daho TBM I say oko fa nkola mo makod do o makọ pra wo abrochire enti ye open slot. Stop this joke. Stop this concept. Man for na niji age wase concept. Manchester and Barcelona. Omotiwana. Then say ko bia sore nkoko. Ko bia sore nkoko.
Exactly.
O secure you know whatever. Our bra football agents wa ha omo na scouting crofo ekoma. Eno kura no obi kura players, solid players more than your home. Wonya even team kura me amfa the players.
Settings.
Yes, settings ye be a porter. We a footballer ko na we. Na kotoko kura betimi be out of players among. Concert near the dorsal. Concert in the dorsal. You know?
We idea about quite problem. Pa, you full exuberant.
Danny boss have video no.
Full exuberance in the government. Young people no womb. Enti I say yami enhwe no obi a pese o kire to justify them. Anopa ye ona edi basintali as a wine no. Why you see you or say we have secured 600 jobs from companies. 600 jobs from companies. I'm paraphrasing, but me the better I'll be 600. We have secured 600 jobs for the youth from companies abroad. So you work for online and be paid $250 a week. You and I say or 30 minutes. I'm the better. Yeah, wana why a year poster. I'm the buyer a year training virtual assistant training. Platforms be brave training and one more. Not just a aquan and throne woody. And yes, we are training for 8 weeks. They are going to train people for 8 weeks and send an opportunity to be apply. These are not jobs so wako secure say said you will create impression no some we acquire saying bongo ideas in the bloggers no at the attitude. Just a propaganda ne you exuberance no M1. It is not going to help you. You see that the truth is that I always say this. No matter what you say, the results is what everything is in the results. No matter your argument, you can have the strongest argument. You can do whatever to win the argument. You can communicate best. But at the end of the day, it's the results. How many people have found jobs? How many people have you created the jobs for? That's the problem. That is what it will come down to. And you kasa, and you kikikikiri, and then you secure 600 jobs from companies. How can you see that you secure 600 jobs from companies abroad? Now within 30 minutes, why you need the abetu or say it's a visual whatever training. 8 weeks. After which you better somebody me in your jobs. How do you use? I said, mo feel say obiaya kwala. So I tried. I actually went, follow the process. They can't even create an avenue or baby or how you have to put in your Ghana card, your front and back. Hey, what the front picture number 2 and ye juma omo ma ye nyina akohwa ase nyina nya adwuma. Why? Who are you trying to deceive? You won't deceive anybody. You won't deceive anybody. At the end of the day, if the jobs are not for the young people, no matter how you are flaunting yourself, you are flexing your muscles, you are talking and insulting everybody, creating an impression that you are going to change the trajectory of the country, it will still be. The result is what matters. It is not the razzmatazz, it's not about the stunts, it's not about the gimmicks, the communication. It is the results. And you guys should remain focused. If you are not getting results, then you better shut up. Said the Lance Minister, one who said there is no results. He's out of the public purview now.
You know, I've a bedroom baby no. Man for one, you be beard or more, you know, Kionet level. I've a man for new who say sentence and a door to change you. So just secured 600 slots from companies abroad. And so Kokoya say yes, we year training, 6 weeks training. So the average fans. Essentially, you are my brother.
Cool.
Any day, anytime, I would like to see you flourish in politics.
Precisely.
Because I know where you are coming from.
Exactly.
And I know where you are going.
Exactly.
You are one of the few people within the political landscape. Main person make can wasem. I know what tria nkwasiafobika emomba be di matem. I don't care.
Never.
Because my papa and swama, and I don't care. I don't need anything from you, Basintali. But Basintali, I believe that whatever you started doing, if you don't focus, it will come back and bite you.
Precisely.
it looks like concert here with that change, and you haven't come out of the campaign season and the mood of campaign. So you still enjoy the social media, na see you are, and then one onyada jene, a concert challenges, and I may CEO of Ghana. When you have a burden on you that you are supposed to create jobs. Concert CEO of a Ghana company. Why you? From December 6 months in and allowance in Tremor and Crofonia Musika. And you have the goodwill of the people. Essentially, you have a goodwill of the people. And you are charismatic, you are charming. Exactly. The people, of course, I know, and I saw that in you. That is how come I gave you that platform for you to become what you've become today. But I tell you, if you don't stay focused, the people gradually will see through the settings more than the job. Exactly. Focus. Creating humano. The job will speak for itself. Exactly. A human obeyano. And no abeka. Sa concert post and your creative platform. We studio, we football abraso. Na platform you creative football is kogusu na football is football. And Gagana kaka football abakokra. No. So concert na doso. Aye. But essentially come out of the campaign mood. Precisely. Get to work. I know you are capable of doing it. Get to work. Do the real work. Settle in. Exactly. You don't need validation on social media for anything. Never. When you have done the work and the work is there, the work will speak for itself. It will speak. My brother, this one is coming from a very good place. Okay, no malice, nothing. Say me from I can't even call you and advise you. So be careful. You have a bright future in politics. Be careful. The concert and one here. The anti-ancofono who goodwill is that they've not tested your leadership before. And this is the first time they are testing your leadership. And when your leadership becomes more of promises than the real work, precisely, they will lose faith in you. At the right time, you'll be shocked how the people will move away from you. How the area boys in it be match about also mbabe pay you man. Essentially, be careful. Isa Uma Okatakyie, if you were so sensible, yet Nanado didn't give you any appointment. Uma, I didn't go for appointment. I go for the time and for appointment. In here appointment. Whatever I need to do, I can do it without appointment. I control. I don't hear premier ni. Bomb yellow week akra. And I go see how my body then. Makana shim kakran ma ye. Change super pani bi o nyoku pali die yo. Ai na we me tisi krumwa. No say aboze magi de yi wo maso mama no. One kariaga. Se benji mani no omo nyira obo me ho ban sa no. Oba so mo wa no. Ajay mi twabi amomu ntwabi. Obadam you due to go twabi. Eti enyumere so yensesa no. De ye be ye no an ye kwakoye. Sa ye free ha gino a. Ye to ba ko mienu mi yensa bi wo kuro no. Na no mu I was young o. I came in, I saw and I conquered. Was you are not a chief bia. You know the any bia. We are Santiago na yoko hene. We are Santiago kan de. Say kutu say baba. We nyamu de any bia. We amfa mawo. Santiago na yoko hene ni amfa mawo. Now and then we post me picture me go bring picture me. Just me who offer to the point say almost say AI kura, almost say AI o. But AI. Wow, kwasi afo. We are going to have no armor doing, you know, similar to my boss suit. No, rubber shoe. My boss. I bet I boss you. This is a movie. Come on. Now we have a year. See you later. Bye bye.